What's up, guys? It's your girl Causing Mayhem, back at you with another video. Today we are going to be doing a get ready with me. So yes, we're going to do a quick little chit chat. I'm going to get ready. I have a couple errands I'm going to run today. I am thinking green today. Green. So if you're new to my channel, welcome to the madness. And if you're a returning visitor, hey girl, how you doing? So without any further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so the first thing I'm going to do is take my hair back. I don't like doing my makeup with my hair in my face. I just feel like it's a distraction. It's uncomfortable. It's just like a bleh feeling. So I always take a little banana clip and at least piece like the first front two sections of my hair back, so it's just out of the way. Alright, and then I'm gonna prime my eyes with my Urban Decay primer potion. This is my go-to. My go-to. It's my right hand. It's my go-to. And then I'm also going to go into my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm also going to use the color Creamy Beige. This isn't as white as I need it to be, but still searching. I haven't found that perfect color yet, so we'll see. My brows are already done. I have like the color, I can't remember, it's in my makeup bag, but I have that color under my eyebrow already. Unless I'm going for like a really super glam bold look, I don't do the top of my eyebrow. I usually just I usually just wipe off the excess product with a Q-tip. So I'm just going to take my ring finger and go in and spread it out, tap it in, move it around, and make sure it's evenly coated. Now I'm going to go on my primer potion. I have really greasy eyelids. I know that's such a weird thing to say and a weird problem to have. Hopefully there's somebody watching like, me too girl, I have greasy eyelids. But yeah, so I have to do concealer and primer. Or else my makeup's just gonna slip and slide all over. It's gonna be this way and that way, looking crazy. So yeah, I prime and I conceal. And I don't set it. I think just having a base on there is enough. Because my eyelids will also get dry. It's weird. It's really weird. If I do too much, it gets dry. If I don't do enough, it gets super oily. I don't argue with genetics. It is what it is. So sorry if you hear like kids yelling and like playing in the background. My apartment is literally right by the pool. So every summer it's just like, ah. So I'm going to be doing my Coastal Scents 252 palette. This palette has a special place in my heart. This is my first real eyeshadow palette. It has every color ever in it. Like, I feel like if you have this, see there's like greens, there's blues on this one. If you have this palette, you don't really need anything else because you have every color. And there's like yellows, pinks, reds, browns, silvers kind of. Like, it literally gives you everything. And then you have like more blues, purples, greens, browns. Clearly I went in on the browns. I used to be a neutral queen. So now I'm in love with color now, so I really don't reach for that pan anymore. But it's been a while since I've used this, so I'm excited. I was going to use one of my Jaclyn Hill palettes today, but I was like, what's up with that Coastal Scents though? You know, like, I feel like people have forgotten like how bomb Coastal Scents is. And like, I'll look for like certain colors and I'm just like, wait, I have that. I have my 252 palette still. So I don't necessarily need to go buy all these other palettes when I already have all these other colors. So I just wanted to showcase that today. So we are going to be starting with the green pan today because like I said, we thinking green. Right, so for my first color, I'm going to jump into this lime green color. And put it right in the center of my eye. And my mirror for today is going to be my Becca Champagne Pop. They're very pigmented. I really like it. And I bought this with my own money. Like, this isn't their commercial. They didn't reach out to me, yada yada yada. Like, I genuinely do love this palette. And I have for quite some time. I even bought it for one of my best friends for Christmas one year. So I extended the love. It's just a really great product. It's not too expensive. I want to say at the most I may have paid like $20. Maybe. It's been so long since I've purchased it. I'll drop the link to their site down below because they're a really great company. They're not too expensive. They sell single eyeshadow pots, and then they also do palettes as well. They'll do like dupes for like Urban Decay. They have like their own version of like the Smokey eye, the rose golds, naked palettes. So that's really cool. And I'm just going back and forth in windshield wiper motions, like back and forth, back and forth. Every now and then you'll see me swirl it around. And that's just to help the blending out. Just thinking like slime. That's all I think of when I see green, like slime. This really kind of like hunter green color right here. That's what it looks like on the brush. And I'm just gonna pack that into my crease. And they're so blendable. Like, just see how like it automatically just blends in with the color I already laid down. That's what I love about Coastal Scents. Like, their shadows just blend in together. I don't have to go in and like manually, like, you guys know, like some of these high-end shadows, like you have to like manually just go in and just work and work and work and work and work. You know, like you have to really blend it in, and you don't have to do that with them. So like, saves you time. Anything that saves me time saves me money. Okay. Only thing, none of these shades have names. They do for the single pots, but as far as like being in the palette, I don't believe they do. I don't. I could be wrong though. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with this darker, really dark green. It's a little shimmery, but I swatched it on my hand and I don't think it's gonna come out that way on the skin. So we'll see. We shall see. Gonna go in with the concealer. And this is again creamy beige LA Girl Pro Concealer. This isn't the normal brush I usually cut my crease with, but I don't feel like getting it, so. Alright, so I'm going to go in with this really, really pale pastel green. Alright, so I'm going to clean this up and go in with the previous colors I was doing. You know what this reminds me of? If you follow me on Instagram, a couple years back, I was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. It was a red one, Ralph. And this reminds me of a Ninja Turtle. I look like, I just feel slimy. I look slimy. Go back in with the lightest green that we were using to begin with, and just kind of emphasize the blend again. Just kind of like going back on those colors that we may have lost. When it comes to like my brows and shadow, I like to leave like a little like white space, just so it gives that ombre effect, not just brow shadow. Like I need some skin in there, you know? Let some skin peek out. I feel like it makes it look more natural. Even though there's nothing natural about green eye.
Okay, so I'm going in with that darker shade just to kind of smoke it out a little bit, and then I'm going to go in with another color to kind of emphasize the lid again.
I went in with this color. It's like a greenish kind of gold, but it's basically clear. You can't see anything. But for the sake of evenness, I'm going to go in with the other eye. Okay, so you're okay. Ooh, I like that. All right, so you can't see it on camera, but it kind of like made like a sheer kind of glimmer to it, kind of like pearlize the colors, the highlighter green that we were using before. So I'm actually kind of happy I did that. It'll show up in like the selfies that I take today. Alright, so I am going to take this a little further, the hunter green color. I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Naked Basics planet, my Naked Basics palette, and I'm going to be using the color Blackjack. It's a subtle black, but I feel like it always gets the job done.
So I'm just tapping that black in just to emphasize the smoke and the colors. I really wanted it to deepen the look and smoke it out a bit. I'm going to go in with the crease color as well to blend that out and go over with the hunter green. and just kind of buff out everything that hasn't been blended out properly yet, and just bring the whole overall look together. So as you can see, it's starting to come together. Everything's starting to blend out. That black is what I really needed to kind of emphasize the look and make it a little bit more dramatic, because you know, I'm a dramatic girl.
Gonna take our huggies. Like, I could just go in with some Scotch tape, but I just don't. So I feel like I have fallout anyway. So I'm gonna end up wiping my face. What's the point of going in with this preventative tape? It's just gonna cause me to do the same steps. I'm all about eliminating steps, but if it's gonna maintain the same need for me to wipe my face, what am I gonna do it for? I always end up wiping it off in a perfect line anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna be using my Hair Store lip gloss. Moisturize my lips. And I'm gonna go in with my Kat Von D tattoo eyeliner. Just gonna shake it up.
So I'm just taking my time and doing light strokes on my eyeliner. I still need two hands on a regular daily basis, but for the sake of the video, I did it with one hand. So bear with me. I think the look turned out pretty good.
Okay, so I've done my second eye off camera. I'm gonna get into the face. So for today, I'm gonna be using my NYX Professional Makeup Studio Perfect Primer. It's the knockoff for the Smashbox. Honestly, they both do the same exact thing. And girl, if you wanna save you some money, just like I be wanting to save some money, I ain't not yeah, rub that in my hands. As you can see, I have some new breakouts. I suffer from stress acne, so whenever I get really upset, my skin breaks out into these little like red kind of like cystic breakouts. I suffer from like cystic acne, and like it hides out in my skin for a little bit and then it just pops out. So I'm gonna be adding some Cetaphil Daily Moisturizer. It has SPF 50 in it. What that does is it protects my skin. It protects my dark spots from getting darker when I'm out and about. Because I live in Florida, it's always hot. And if I didn't do this, instead of red marks, I would have dark marks, like really dark brown marks on my skin, and those are harder to get rid of. So as you can see, these are starting to fade, and that was a breakout from last month. So had I not been protecting that and kind of babying my skin, I would still have those marks, and the pimples are long gone. So those of you who suffer from acne like I do and are trying to like combat that hyperpigmentation, it's really good to have like SPF. I also use clear aloe vera gel in the morning when I'm not wearing makeup, and I pair that with my SPF as well, and that kind of just helps my skin from breaking out. Now I'm going to go in with my little beauty blender. It's a little ate up because it got stained, because it's a knockoff. It's not really like the actual beauty blender. I can't talk today. Beauty blender brand beauty blender. It's a knockoff. I got it from Walmart. So I've been using that. Actually, I'm gonna use another makeup sponge. I'm gonna use a regular, like, came in the pack with the Walmart one. So I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna use the foundation I've been using for the last couple months. I'm gonna be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the colors 335 and 338. And I'm just gonna mix those colors together and just apply where needed. I'm in between these two shades, and for some reason they have not came out with a 336 or a 337 because I'm probably one of those colors and I wouldn't have to mix the two. This was one of my very first foundations I've ever used. I was 335, but now that, you know, summer has came and the years have gone by, I guess it's not a match for me, like a perfect match. So I have to mix it with the next.
Okay, so I just tap the sponge all over my face and evenly distribute the makeup just so I have an even tone. This is a really great full coverage foundation, so I really don't have to do much.
So I have this green glowy makeup. And as you guys begin to like watch my videos and like begin to follow me on Instagram, I really don't care if the eye look is too dramatic or if it's supposed to be like a nighttime look. I don't really follow any of those rules. I do what I want. I mean, the worst that can happen is people stare. And I'm not really a shy person, so I don't really care. Like, what are you gonna do? Look at me? Ooh. You know, like, that's not really that bad to me. But if you don't like attention or to be stared at, this is definitely not for the faint at heart. Just enjoy the view. Don't try it at home, kids. But for me, myself, I really could care less what people think. Just do my own thing. Alright, so now I'm gonna go in with the darker shade. And I'm in my bedroom, so it looks like on camera that this is my shade. It's actually not. Like, it looks darker, but it's really not. It's not dark enough. Do not forget your neck. Don't do it. Don't do it. You will look like a mask. Like a floating head. Don't do it, sis. My Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit. This is thebomb.com, okay? I'm gonna go in with nude first. And I'm gonna sweep that over my forehead, under my eyes. I don't really like to contour my chin or like highlight my chin. It looks weird on me. Definitely in between my eyebrows, so if eyebrows were uneven before, that sweep just evened them up. Like, they're evenly spaced. Sometimes I see like people like have like that one eyebrow starts before the other one. This will eliminate that problem real quick. Alright. Okay, and I don't do along this area because I don't really see the need for it. So there's like 3 different levels of like brown in here. I don't really use this too much. I use it like ever so often in the wintertime. This is kind of like the orangey kind of color. And I use that sometimes as like a transition. Like I'll put it like right before I start bronzing up. But I want to be pretty bronzed today because this is like a cool look. So I want my body and my face to glow a little bit, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go in with the color, what is it? Chocolate. Going with some chocolate. I like my face chocolate and I like my mint chocolate. The small concealer brush and just dot. And dot it all over your forehead. Alright, now I'm gonna get it pretty high because I want my cheekbones to look super high today. So I do under my cheekbone and then under my chin. And I feel like that is what zhuzhes it up. Zhuzh. Oh, and I can't forget my nose. Can't have a flat nose, so let's go in with chocolate once more. And then some people like to go over here to kind of like, I don't know what that does, but I don't do it. I think I'm gonna add some more chocolate here. And this is gonna blend out super pretty, super even. I've even gone in with the darkest color, Carob, and I was bronzed that day. So I'm gonna go in with my whole beauty blender that's not messed up. This one is just for my contour. I have a foundation beauty blender, and then I have makeup sponges, and then I have this just solely dedicated to contouring. So it's already damp, it's nice and squishy. I'm going to go into the forehead using my Black Radiance Banana Setting Powder. I'm going to sit it on the edge because you're going to see how quick I'm going to have to go in because this concealer...
So I'm just going in with a tapping and bouncing motion. I'm just tapping and blending it out, tapping and blending it out, and I'm just taking it down my nose, and then I'm going to go up and down, up and down, and it just blends out perfectly that way.
And see how pretty that is? It's already like nice and glowy, nice and tan. Careful not to wipe your brow off. It happens to the best of them. It's happened to me quite a few times. I'm like, whoop, 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 brow gone. So keep a steady hand when you're like working around your face. I kind of like to buff it into my hairline too, just so there's no like harsh beginning and end of my makeup either. So, see? Blended. Not blended. Blended. Ooh, I'm liking that glow.
So this is where I'm giving you cheek. I am blending out that espresso and that chocolate, and I'm just creating some chisel to my bones.
Way. See how it's like a little, you know, darker. Alright, let's go on with is just step 1 of bronzing and contouring. I still powder contour on top of this. So when I know I'm having a long day and I'm getting ready to take like a whole bunch of pictures, that's why I'm going like ham on my makeup right now. Alright, and what I'm doing is just taking the beige, the nude, all the way up and bringing the darker color back down so it's blending itself out. Let's see. For my cheeks, I like to turn it sideways. Now we're gonna do under the eyes, and why I save the eyes for last because I like to set it right after I've blended out. So let's get up.
So for the eyes, I'm tapping it in and I'm smudging it over just so I get that perfectly swept under eye look, and then I take it down to the chisel where the brown and the chocolate was and blend it out so there's no harsh lines.
I'm gonna start tilting my face this way. Because I tilted my face upward so you guys can see how I blend out. The brown and the nude. But to keep the concealer from creasing, I look down. And I just push it in. I'm gonna go in with my NYX powder contour kit, and I'm gonna be using the lightest and the darkest. And some of the powder is going to start naturally coming off from all the motion, and that's fine. Actually what I want it to gradually fall off while I'm doing this, because it'll naturally blend when I do it. Okay. That first one was a little heavy-handed, so I'm gonna have to blend it out. Like a little baby wiping. There we go. Alright. There we go. For cheeks, today I'm just gonna do the lighter shade. Off the excess powder. Oh, look at that forehead. Yes. Alright, now cheeks. do the eyes. Today, you guessed it, Becca champagne pop. Get the champagne pop. This was a Christmas gift from a former boo, and he did that. We don't talk anymore, but I gotta give him props. He did that. Green that we put in the middle of our crease. Just sweep it under. I think I'm gonna take that black and wiggle it on my waterline. Just a little subtle something. Alright, so I'm gonna add lashes, and I don't know what I'm gonna wear either. This color is so bold. So I'm gonna get dressed. I'm going to finish my hair, do my edges, and then I'll be back. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I am dressed and ready to go. I have my cute little top on. It's like beige little crop top. I also have on a green skirt. Just to match my eyes, I threw on a cute little Michael Kors watch, and I am good to go and ready to run my errands. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you aren't subscribed already, hit that red button below, just so you can see some more mayhem. Don't forget to tell your friends, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!